Welcome to the next episode of Who Do You Want to Be? Sabine, it's so good to see you, as always.
Thank you, Abha. Very happy to be here with you.
Today, we are talking about a hot topic that's just been released in the news here in the UAE, where the UAE government has said that all schools need to start teaching AI from a very young age of 4 all the way up to grade 12 in schools as part of the curriculum. Now, as somebody who's a huge endorser of AI and really believes in all the benefits that it can give us, I think this is fantastic and, to be honest, unavoidable. Whether you like it or not, this is an unavoidable thing that we need to introduce in the lives of our kids. Our kids are growing up in a world where AI is changing the way we do absolutely everything, the way we work, the way we live, the way we consume information, the way we build things, the way we create. It's literally changing everything. And it's in benefit of our kids to understand what AI is, how it works, whether that's technically or for something they want to create, so that they can grow up with it and understand how to use it best. Because at the end of the day, we all know there are pros and cons. There are huge benefits of using AI, but there are also risks. And the best way to prepare our kids for this is for them to be informed, for them to be aware, and for them to understand what they are dealing with, because it is a reality that we are living, and it's going to be more so every single day.
I completely agree, Abha. I think it's great, to be very honest with you, to live in a country that really understands the necessity of technology the way that the UAE do. And the fact that now AI, at least, foundational AI skills are being made mandatory in the educational system is a fantastic step forward. For those of you out there who don't know, I am originally from Germany. And in German schools, we basically never learned anything about technology and computers back then, apart from, how to switch them on and off again. And that was pretty much it. And the unfortunate consequence really was that when we left our schools, we weren't prepared for technology at all. So, I mean, in the end, of course, we could teach ourselves everything that, we needed to know at that point in time to be able to actually work or study on computers, which was okay. But in the end, it is a responsibility of the educational system of the schools to prepare our children for their future, to prepare them for the universities, to prepare them to start their work. And AI is an undeniable part of the future of our children. It is an undeniable part of the present that we are living in currently. If we look at it objectively, there is no way that we will take a step back from AI going forward. If at all, we are just, immersing ourselves a lot more into AI in every single aspect of our lives. And for me personally, I believe it's a blessing that our children are getting the opportunity to really learn from a young age how to use AI, what it is, to really understand it as a tool that they can utilize. And as you said, Abba, to really understand, okay, what are the good things I can do with AI, but also, what are things that I shouldn't trust AI with? It's all about understanding AI. And if our kids get to understand it from the very beginning, also, they don't see it as anything super special. It's just a normal part of their day. And so they can actually focus on all the other things that are important as well.
It's exactly like you said, it's all about AI literacy. It's all about really understanding what this is and how it's going to change the way we do things. And of course, when it's implemented in schools, whether they're using it to learn or whether they are learning about it, of course, it has to be done in a proper way, in a responsible way. And that's really on the schools to be responsible, that they are implementing not only the understanding of AI, but the use of AI correctly, with the right guardrails in place, with the right policies in place, with the right protections in place. But also, it's on us as parents to ensure that we are equally informed of how it's being introduced into our kids' lives, so that we can manage it with them. So we can actually grow with them as they learn these tools. Because at the end of the day, we also need to be AI literate, and we need to help our kids be AI literate. And this is a very complex and nuanced topic. Also because it is so closely linked to screen time when it comes to kids. Kids have access now to screens at school, different ages, depending on which school they're at. And introducing learning of AI or use of AI will probably mean a little more screen time. So it's a complex conversation and it's nuanced, and everybody has a different opinion on this. But the bottom line is, cannot be avoided. And we just need to be aware on how it's being done so that we can work with our kids so that they get the maximum benefit from it and protect them from any unnecessary risks that they might confront as they are going through this process.
I think you're touching upon a very debatable topic here, as you said, which is screen time of children. And for me, it's actually fascinating to see the dynamics happening at the moment when it comes to screen time. So, on the one hand, when I go out on weekends or even during the week and I go to cafes or to restaurants or even to malls, I see lots of very young children who are sitting in their strollers and they are looking at iPads or they're having phones in their hands and they are getting occupied with that when they are sitting at the table in the restaurant, for example, instead of really indulging in real life conversation or communication or even play with the adults that are sitting right next to them. So when I see this and then I hear about discussions that children shouldn't be exposed to screens in school, I'm really wondering if we don't have double standards here. So on the one hand, some parents might be upset that their children will have to work on screens while they are in school. And I'm quite sure that, this initiative around AI doesn't require our children to spend 4 hours in a row just staring at a screen, but it will be in smaller portions, probably 30, maximum 45 minutes, which is, the duration of a lesson at school. They still have all the rest of their day that they can spend without a screen. And this is also where, as you said, Abba, it's up to us parents to create a good, healthy balance for our children. So now, when they are coming home from school, we could pay a lot more attention for them to be screen free. Have play dates with their friends and then play board games, for example, play card games, be creative, craft something, go to sports lessons, go for swimming. I don't want to say go outside because now we've reached temperatures that aren't healthy anymore either. But there are so many things that we can then also really show our kids that they can do apart from looking at screens. So it's really probably this question of double standards that many of us might be having. What is healthy screen time and what is not unhealthy screen time? And also what is meaningful screen time and what is not meaningful screen time? Meaningful screen time could in fact be my child is learning how to use AI, what it is, and to fully understand it. Not so meaningful screen time could be I'm just parking my child in front of a screen right now because I don't have time to attend to it.
I think a lot of these double standards come from just lack of awareness and fear of new things and what that could mean. So I think we really just have to have an open mind. And like you said, it's undeniable that this is part of our lives and our kids' lives and the rest of the future. So if we're not preparing our kids, and if that means a little bit of extra screen time, that's okay, as long as we are able to manage it well. So while the UAE has decided to introduce AI into the curriculum of schools here, we're not the only country. There are so many other countries that are also doing the same. We're in the same group as China, South Korea, India, Singapore, Finland, Japan, Estonia, the United States, the United Kingdom, Uruguay, all very technologically advanced countries, and we are amongst them, almost leading the way. So we should be very grateful that we have taken this step without waiting so that we can be part of the conversation, whether it's engaging our kids with AI or making them aware of the ethical considerations and responsibility that they need to understand when it comes to using AI. We should just feel very grateful that we are in a country that is part of leading the way towards this.
Yeah, absolutely. And just for all of you who are out there and who are probably also a bit worried about what that means for our kids being, let's call it, exposed to AI at such a young age, if we look at 4 or 5 year olds, I'm just really urging you to also look at the bigger picture So what is the motivation behind the government to say, okay, we want the kids to be AI literate? The ultimate motivation really is to prepare our kids in the best possible way for the future, to allow them to, as Abba said, play along with the leaders of, technological advancement. And it's not so much about the time that our kids spend at the screen, which is necessary for AI, obviously, because it's only possible at the screen. But also, if you have any questions about this, feel free to reach out to your school and ask them, okay, what are the details of this program? What exactly are my kids going to learn? And also ask yourself, how much do I actually know about AI? Am I not such a big fan of this initiative now, maybe only because I don't understand everything that is out there? Maybe I need to build some more confidence when it comes to AI. So just take a moment and reflect on this. We are really excited about this initiative, and we hope that you will be as well. So thank you very much for being here with us today, and we're looking forward to having you next week.